What's up, everyone? Welcome to This Day in Philly Sports History for December 29th, 2024. I'm your host, Jim Montgomery. Welcome to a Sunday edition of the podcast. Sunday game day, Kelly Green Day. Big day for the Birds with a chance to clinch the division. Might as well get right into the Eagles to start. It is the Kenny Pickett show this afternoon. And that leads to a recap of yesterday's question of the day. I asked you, who needs to play better, Kenny Pickett or the defense? 60% of you said it was Kenny Pickett. I think the defense needs to play great today in order to keep Kenny Pickett and the Eagles in it. More on that in a minute when we get into the three keys. But first, congratulations to Eric Allen. He was named one of the 15 finalists for the Hall of Fame. Hopefully, the Hall of Fame voters do the right thing and put Eric Allen in. He certainly deserves to be in. And then next up, we make the push for Seth Joyner. But I think the finalists get announced the weekend of the Super Bowl. So, Hall of Fame voters, do the right thing. Put Eric Allen in. He has the numbers. He deserves it. He should be in. All right. This game, the line is still at 7.5. The over-under has dropped to 38, though. More on that in a minute. But as I mentioned, it is the Kenny Pickett show. Nakobe Dean is doubtful. That's going to be a huge loss on defense. However, Bryce Huff is officially listed as questionable, but they did activate him from the injured reserve, so he should get some time. Should be able to provide a little bit of depth, if not production. At least that way you can get Sweat and some of those guys some rest. And hopefully anything you get out of Bryce Huff at this point is a good thing. It also means Oren Burks will be the starter opposite of Zach Bond. We should see some Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Perhaps, just maybe, this is the breakout game for Jeremiah Trotter Jr. We know that CeeDee Lamb is out for the Cowboys. We know that Dak Prescott is out. Cowboys are just banged up, but they are going to come out fired up to play this game. So how do the Eagles win? Here are my three keys. And as I always say, KeyBank, car dealership. If somebody's out there that wants to sponsor this segment, hit me up. But I think the first key to the game is it is Dallas week. We saw last week. We saw against the Steelers. We saw numerous times this year with Nick Sirianni. This team has a lot of passion and a lot of emotion. And the fact that it's Dallas week, you need to keep those emotions in check. That is a must. No stupid penalties. No stupid ejections. Kenny Pickett himself grew up an Eagles fan, playing against the hated Dallas Cowboys. Everybody needs to keep their emotions in check and play the game. I'm not saying don't have that passion and that energy. I'm just saying keep the things in check. No stupid stuff that's going to get you injected or cost us 15 yards here or there. So that's the first key, is keeping those emotions in check. Second, yes, at 60% of you said that Kenny Pickett needs to play well, but I'm saying it's all about the defense. Play like they did the first three quarters against Washington. Play like they did during the winning streak. Erase that fourth quarter. Play pressure on Cooper Rush. Make him uncomfortable. You don't have CeeDee Lamb to worry about, so I need Slay, I need Quinyon, I need Cooper. I need you guys to shut down the receivers, turn them into a one-dimensional team, get that pressure, and don't let Donald beat you, because recently he's been their number one guy. So don't let him run all over us. Force turnovers. We talked yesterday about the 44-6 game. 5 turnovers. I don't need 5. Give me 2. Give me at least 2 turnovers and keep your offense in the game, because there is going to be a time or two. Hopefully it's not a long stretch, but the offense is going to struggle under Kenny Pickett. It's just going to happen. So get after the quarterback in defense. Been saying it every week all season. Going to say it one more time. Do your job. And finally, the third key to the game. This one's on the coaching staff. Set Kenny Pickett up to be successful. You got to trust him. Trust him. Yes, he's not Jalen Hurts, but trust that he is a capable, probably a higher end backup quarterback. and let him make throws. Set him up early with some easy slants to AJ or over the middle of a tight end. Get him in a rhythm early. Allow him to get confidence early, and don't abandon the run. They're going to stack the box until you can show that Kenny Pickett can keep them honest, but don't abandon it. That's what's gotten us here this far, wearing the teams down and then running away with it in the second half. And then Kenny, be smart. Don't try to be a hero. Do not be the hero. This is like the quintessential game manager game for you. So if the Eagles set him up to be successful, manage the game, let your weapons do all the work and do what they get paid for. So those are 3 keys to the game. Keep emotions in check. Defense, get after Cooper Rush and keep Donald in check. And then offensively, from a coaching perspective, set Kenny Pickett up to be successful. I think you got to get him some nice, easy passes, get that confidence going early. It's going to be a rainy day. It's going to be a little bit warmer. So get him in a rhythm early, and it should be an easy victory. Now, as far as the pick, we're 7-8 on the year so far, and that line scares me with Kenny Pickett. While I can see them coming out and blowing the Cowboys out, I see this being a close game, low-scoring game. I mentioned yesterday, even though it's 38, I still like the under in this game. I see this as like a 20-17. It's going to be a sweat at 38, but I see this as like a 20-17, 20-16 type game. I do think the Eagles win. We win the division. We're celebrating that division. Everybody rests next week. But I think the Cowboys covered. So that's the official pick. Eagles to win, Cowboys to cover. I gave you the 3 keys to the game. Now they just need to go out and do it. It is a Kelly Green day, too. And I have to mention that they're undefeated since they brought them back 3-0. They've played 2 of those games in the rain. So I think the Miami game was in the rain last year. But either way, actually, it was raining for the Jacksonville game this year, too. So they've played in the Kelly Green jerseys in the rain. So let's keep that 4-0 going, and let's get this win the NFC East, and then look ahead to the playoffs.